Hello everyone, this is our very first pre-lab video. Okay, so anyway, just to talk about the schedule wise, again, this video applies to all three sections, okay, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, so again, just as I mentioned during the syllabus video, okay, so for the first week, right, since the school starts on Tuesday, right, so Thursday, Friday, we also don't meet, right, okay, during this week. Okay, so our very first meeting for all three sections, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, will be the following week. Okay, so then during that week, we'll be doing check-in and safety. Okay, so I just want to readdress on this so everybody is on the same page about the schedule. Okay, so then of course pre-lab, right? Okay, so pre-lab we need to finish before you come to the lab. That makes sense, right? Okay, so now I just want to show you what you see on Canvas. Okay, so I did a screenshot based on Monday section. Of course, if you're Thursday and Friday, the idea is the same. Of course, details will be different. Okay, so anyway, so for each week, I have a module for it. Okay, so then of course it's labeled properly. Okay, so such as over here. Okay, and of course, the days, like I said, the days will be different. Okay, so anyway, for over here, okay, so for this Monday section, just say this is for 27th. Okay, so then maybe for you is a different date. That's fine. Okay, so don't worry about the detailed dates. Right? So it's about the information. Okay, so for the module, you'll see pre-lab. Okay, so then that's what you're gonna focus on. Okay, so pre-lab, you need to finish. Okay, before you come to lab. If your lab starts at 1, so I said the due date 10 minutes before. So then then you're here on time. Then you're not. Then you finish everything before that. Okay, so that I said the due date is 12:50. Again, this due date you can also track from the Canvas calendar. Okay, so I think that's a very good tool to help you stay on track. Okay, so that's it. And then you see what's gonna be in there. Of course, there will be pre-lab lecture video. You're watching it because you click on it, so perfect. Okay, and of course, this assignment itself, we watch the video. Of course, throughout the way, I have questions pops up. Okay, so you have to answer the questions. Of course, to earn that 10 points, very easy points, right? Just pay attention to what's going on. And then have this files check-in. I'm going to show you the files soon. And then you have check-in list with images. And of course, I also have a video to show you each glassware and the equipment you needed. Again, what's their name? Because that's important. Okay, so because along the way, okay, so just say next experiment or following experiments, I'm gonna write as a part of procedure goes, oh, please use a 500 ml Erlenmeyer flask. Okay, so then we have to know what is it. Okay, so can I look into my drawer and quickly know what I'm supposed to use, right? If we couldn't match up, that becomes trouble. Right? So then therefore it's necessary for you to even do the check-in properly in terms of know, right, the names for the glasswares and know which is which. So then, right, that only beneficial to you because, right, for the following experiments, you know exactly what to use. Okay, so that's it. And you also have a pre-lab, which is a safety and check-in. Okay, so assignments, just do that. Okay, so of course, you're supposed to finish everything, right? And everything under the pre-lab, right, before you come. Okay, so then during the lab, what's needed, I'll be posted over there. Okay, so I also have general safety video and then all of those things. Okay, so then you also have post lab, of course, as after, right? You finish that after the lab is done. Okay, so then of course you always have 24 hours. Okay, so then again, according to the dates, right, to your own section, right? Then you can, and then there are assignments for the post lab. I just didn't have enough space to have that in this screenshot. Okay, so anyway, so then I just for how what we're gonna be looking at and then we're expecting. Of course, if you're watching this video, you already know that. Okay, so finish all of those before you come. Okay, so that's for that. And let's go back to look into the check-in list. Okay, so you'll get this check-in list. Of course, you don't need to print out. We'll be printing out, and then your name. You need to put your name there, your workstation, locker number, and then check-in. Of course, on that day, okay, we're only gonna check on the check-in side. That makes sense, right? Okay, so then of course you'll be counting. Oh, do I have 6 beakers? Do I have one as 50 ml, one 150? You know, as a list, right? According to the list. Okay, so you need to make sure you do have everything. Okay, so sometimes people, oh, you know, I want to get out of here. Okay, so I don't even check this properly. So again, when we do that, who have some trouble along the way, right? When we actually start experiments, is if we don't have, just say, oh, I didn't know I don't have a 250 beaker. Then when you needed to use it, then it's a troublesome, right? Okay, so therefore, again, please check this thoroughly. It doesn't take long. Okay, and now of course this is the process. You get familiarized with the names for each glassware and the things you needed to use. And then again, along the way when you need it, then you go, oh, I know what it, I know how it looks. Okay, so then of course I also understand this may be the very first chemistry lab you're taking. Okay, so then you're not so familiar with it. Then how do you know what's what? Okay, so then I actually took images. Okay, I took images for each speaker's LMR flash and everything. Okay, according to this, I have pictures. Okay, and this file has already posted on Canvas, so you have access to this. So then you can see, oh, which is which. Okay, so then again, from my perspective, I'm trying to be helpful. Okay, so then you have this, then you can check it out. Okay, so that's that. And school log is ours. And I also mentioned about the log during the syllabus video, right? Okay, so anyway, so for the school log, okay, so that belongs to the school, so you need your own personal log. Okay, so I'll suggest if you could already bring it during the very first week, I mean the first week when we meet, that will be perfect. So you already have your own. Every time you come, you can open it. You don't have to wait for anybody to open it for you. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are two purposes for that log. One is when you're not in the lab, that log is being used to log what? Your workstation, the drawers, you have all your glassware and everything inside there. That's what we're gonna use the log for, right? So nobody else can open it. Okay, so nobody else can mess up with your equipment. Okay, so it's safe. Okay, so then of course when you're here, you need to use all those equipment. So of course you're gonna unlock it, right? Okay, so your log itself now suggested to use to do what? To log, right? Your personal, you know what? I'm bad at drawing. Okay, so you have the loggers right next to the entrance. Okay, so you can use any one. Okay, so every time you can use different ones. Again, that's not assigned to anybody specifically. Okay, so you can use one, but when you're out of here, you have to take your log off. So then somebody else, when they're here, right? Other people can also use the locker to lock their belongings. That makes sense, right? Okay, so anyway, so then while you're in the lab, you can use your log to lock your locker where you have your jackets, your book bag, whatever. Okay, so you can keep that safe while you're working on your workstation. Okay, so when you're done, take that lock back and then lock your equipment drawer. Okay, so that's the two purposes. You have 2 weeks to get your personal. So just say you don't have it during the first week, that's fine. But by the second week, you should have your own. Again, this is also will be more convenient for yourself as well, right? So again, you need to have your own. Okay, you will not use our school log throughout the whole semester. Okay, so you have your own. Okay, so that's for the images, and of course I also have a video. Okay, so if you don't like just looking at pictures, you can also watch the video. I have different formats of the same information, whichever one you prefer. The whole idea is that you know what to use and then what to do. Okay, so that's about the check-in and check-in list. Okay, so I just want to come back over here real quick. Also, you probably see this checkout. Okay, so are we supposed to put any information at checkout? No, right? Checkout belongs to checkout. Right? Okay, so when is the checkout time? Okay, so you'll get this piece of paper back. By the way, okay, once you're done with the check-in, okay, just say, what if I have extra glasswares? Okay, what have been you give us the extra ones? Okay, then you go, what if I'm missing? Okay, if you're missing anything from this list, you can go to that extra bin first, see if anybody have extra but you don't have. Right? Okay, so then you can make sure you have everything. And if just say we don't have it here, you can go to the stock room, ask for a replacement. Okay, so then make sure you have everything. Okay, so once you have everything, okay, and then you'll be able to use this, right? Look, then you can return this paper to the stock room and receive a lab coat and goggles. Okay, so then during the first week after you do check-in, you'll get your own personal lab coat and goggles. Okay, and then you're only gonna get this one set. Okay, so if you lose them, unfortunately, you will not get any sets from us anymore. Okay. But again, the point is, right? Also, if we encourage people just to keep their lab coat and goggles in their drawer, and then you lock it yourself. You know it's safe, and next time you come, it's already there. Okay. Sometimes we have people they prefer to take them lab coat and goggles with them, but then the risk will be next week you forgot to bring your lab coat and goggles. Without those, you can now perform any experiments. Okay. So really strongly suggest you The goal is to have your lab coat and goggles there to protect you, and then I'll say a good solution is to keep them safe in your drawer along with your equipment. Right. Okay. So then that's it. So of course, after you do this, and then this piece of paper will stay with the stock room at the end of the semester when everything's done. Then they're gonna give you this piece of paper. You're gonna check out, still make sure everything is there. Okay, so then we'll be done with the semester. But we have a few months to get to that point. Now we're just starting. Okay, so then this is check-in, and of course, check-in we're gonna do during the first week. Checkout is the end of the semester, right? Okay, so that's that, and we're gonna go through safety guidelines. Okay, so I will talk about this briefly. Okay, so after we meet up, right? So I'm gonna do this briefly. Okay, so and of course I'll walk you through just important information so that we know what's allowed, what's not allowed in the lab. Of course, the first week we also should follow the rules. Just so make sure, right, in case you have long pants, and you'll have closed-toe shoes. Okay, so the weather is pretty cold, so then I assume most people should come in with proper outfit, but then sandals, right? Okay, or the sneakers are preferred, right? Okay, sneakers are preferred, And sometimes people come with the the sliced sandals without the heels in the back. Okay, that's also not okay, because right, your feet are not covered, or it's not within the shoes, so then again there could be potential hazards. Okay, so then that's not okay. Crocs are not okay. Okay, so make sure, again, sneakers are preferred. Okay, so that's keep that in mind. Okay. And then again, sometimes there might be situations we need to be get out of the, just say there's a potential fire or potential hazards happening, we need to get evacuated out of the room really quickly. If you're not wearing proper, right, in terms of shoes, right, so then that may get into your way of getting out of the room fast. Okay, so then let's have proper shoes, long pants, suggest long sleeves. Okay, of course at the end of the day, if you go, I really do now want to wear long sleeves, and then lab coats is there. Lab coats does cover your skin, but I'll suggest, right, have long sleeves. That will be even better, right? Okay, so anyway, so this, and then of course no scarves. Okay, so if you have long hair, you need to tie your hair up. So I think that's pretty much about this first pre-lab video. Okay, so like I said, now too much going on during the first week. We're trying to have a very easy start. Okay, but from the following week, then I'm gonna be talking about, right, how the experiment goes and the important things you need to pay attention throughout the pre-lab videos. Okay, so then thank you for watching, and then see you in the lab. Bye.